take advantage of opportunities.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. Just be patient, because like you see people, you think they're an overnight success, but it's like really like an overnight success over 8 years of nights, you know, because it's all hard work and determination, really, as cliche as that sounds, and also with luck, but yeah, just don't get discouraged. Don't give up hope at the first sign of failure.
Yeah. I would say, at least in my experience, kind of understand why you're doing things. Like, the reason I'm doing sketch comedy kind of traces back to when I just couldn't get a job at the MTC. And I kept trying and trying and trying. I had like 6 or 7 interviews and kept getting like really close, and it just didn't happen. But then I had this opportunity to audition for Divine Comedy, and that led me on a different road. But I feel like the reason why I wanted to work at the MTC was just to do something I love, kind of make a difference, and that's something I found here. So I was able to, you know, get what I wanted, but through a path I just didn't see or expect, and kind of just be open to all the opportunities that art presented to you.
Can't believe you said 110% after I said you need to be good at math.
Well, I mean, my path, like you said, with being an engineer, I studied engineering because for me, I couldn't study theater as much as I loved it and feel like I, you know, with my goals of like wanting to like be so like steady and stuff, like I need so much control, and that's just my personal style. My friends studied theater because they are okay with that, you know, taking what is a bigger risk. Let's be honest. Like, if you can get an engineering degree, it's just, you know, a 40-hour-a-week job. It's very typical. And so since I was able to use my math and science skills to follow something that I thought was very interesting, for me, I had to have that as my backup, or, you know, that is, well, really was plan A until this came about. But I always followed my passions. So I joined the group while I was in college studying that. And because I was always following my passions, but at the same time being practical, knowing myself, knowing that I needed to feel that security, you just gotta know yourself, go with what you can be comfortable with, but always make sure you're getting time for the things you love. And even if it doesn't turn into a job, like my plan was just do community stuff and have fun with it, and always do it on the side. And this may only last a little bit, it may be a career, but either way.
Should we do one more question each?
Okay.
Is that all right?
So we've gotten multiple questions about the process of how you guys go about doing your sketches. So could you, in a high-level overview, kind of run through the process of ideation through writing out the sketch to when you actually do the sketches, and what that process kind of looks like?
Yeah. Most of our writing is done individually. So someone will write a script and then bring it to a group, and they'll work on it together and approve it. And then once it's approved, it'll kind of get pushed off to production, and they'll schedule a time to film it. And that could take anywhere between like 6 or 12 hours or whatever, depending on the sketch. And then, you know, once it's filmed, it'll go through editing and eventually get put in an episode. And that whole process takes anywhere between like a couple months to a year, maybe even more than a year. It can be really stretched out.
Yeah.
So yeah, we like come up with the ideas individually, but it's very collaborative after that. Like, we give a lot of feedback, and we have different groups, and it goes through a lot of like checks and balances, trying to get as much funny out of the scripts as possible. So we have a great team. There's like 80 people that work on Studio C at BYU Broadcasting, so it's not just the 10 of us. There's a lot of people that do a ton of work.
My last question kind of goes off of that. When I walked into this building today, I noticed, you know, Studio C is everywhere downstairs, and you said 80 people work on it. Do you think it's a coincidence that this beautiful broadcast building was built and then Studio C happened? Because it's, it's amazing.
Yeah. I don't think it was a coincidence. And like, they even talked about, because we have the studio that we film in holds like 250 people, and they said at the time when they built that, they were like, why do we have so many seats in here? Like, what kind of, we don't even have the shows that would like bring in that many people. Like they had no idea. They just kind of built it. It was kind of like the Field of Dreams. Like if you build it, they will come. So I feel like they built the facility, and I guess we came. So yeah, I think there was. I mean, and especially since you know that like apostles and things oversee BYU broadcasting and the construction and all those things. You got to know that there's a lot of prayer and a lot of probably divine intervention going on.
What's your greatest fear in life?
Snakes.
I think that I will die alone and my family won't care about me.
That's fair.
Sorry, I didn't realize you're supposed to actually answer the question.
Mine's probably spiders. I have an irrational fear of spiders. Fortunately, my wife does. She hates ants, so I take care of the ants, and she takes ants, small ants, and she takes care of the spiders. I take care of the ants.
Wow. Interesting. My greatest fear, I don't know, just being kidnapped, thrown into a dark room, and tortured. I don't know. I'm afraid of heights.
That's true. Or ledges.
Ledges. I'm afraid of ledges.
Even
I can
the
jump
couch
out of a
ledges.
plane, go on a roller coaster, no
Yeah.
problem. But
So like a
if
3-foot ledge.
there's a ledge that's not like secured, I can't do it.
My last question would be, what's next in your wildest dreams? If you could see Studio C continuing to grow and become something, what would that vision look like for you?
We'd love to do a movie, Studio C movie. We'd love to go on tour. There's some other things.
Just keep the show going, keep it growing, going and growing.
Going and growing. I think long term, like one really cool goal would be like if we could expand beyond, like definitely beyond us as a cast, but like kind of have like a hub of like media that is like, you know, good positive media and that kind of stuff, and expand to have like maybe different production companies that create other movies, other shows, and just like eventually have people just come with ideas and we say, all right, how can we make this movie or this show happen, and maybe have like a lot more content that's similar in the sense of families watching it together.
We want to build a media empire.
I was gonna say
That's
what
what I meant. I build a media empire and
James wants
just,
to be the gatekeeper.
yes, and just own the world.
Can I ask one more question?
Yes.
What's each of your favorite skits?
Oh, don't start with me.
I'm bad at this question.
There's so many.
Just in general, or like
We have 600 skits.
Tell,
Yeah.
tell someone like,
Sketches.
ooh, you need to go watch this one.
Uh,
I don't know.
Yeah, they've never heard of Studio C before, and you're like, this is the one you
They've
have.
never heard of it.
Yeah. I would say yeah.
I am.
yeah.
That's a good one. That's a really fun one. We do a lot of really fun parodies. The Mirror of Erised is a Harry Potter one that came out this season. I thought turned out really fun. That's a good one to check out, especially if you're a Harry Potter fan. Yes.
Oh, the Great British Bake Off.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's a
Have
fun
you-
one.
yeah.
Is that on YouTube?
It is.
It is.
It's funny, someone asked me the other day, they're like, they should actually, that Great British Bake Off thing you did, that should be like a real show that they do. Like, it is a real show.
Well, people say that about Studio C. You guys should have a TV show.
Yeah. It's like,
We
we
do.
Because they just think we're YouTube.
It's hard to come up with one. I don't know.
Everybody on here is saying the worst ever skits are the best.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
we might have a new
We
one.
just
We
approved
just wrote a
one
new one.
yesterday.
Don't show the board.
Don't!
Those are all our new sketches.
I really like the Facebook philanthropist.
Oh, yeah.
That's old
That's a
school.
classic.
I know.
Season
Well,
one.
well, it's still relevant. People think
Yeah.
that if you share this picture, that something actually will happen. It's like, you're right. You can even go vote, and sometimes things don't happen.
True.
So don't vote.
I usually go with like just the latest favorite thing that was posted to YouTube. The one was shown on Conan. That was what is it called? Look at you.
The reality
The
TV
NSA
show.
sketch.
I think it's pretty clever.
It's uncomfortably
the worst ever skits are popular. Everybody's saying do more.
There are more on the way.
We try to do like 2 a season.
All right.
Joke's on you. We've been doing 8 seasons of the worst sketch show ever.
Adam, say hi to Lindsay.
Hey, Lindsay! I love you.
She's out there. She
Come
said,
hang
hug
out
at
with
him,
me."
hug at him, hug at him.
I see how it is, Lindsay.
And I thank you so much for taking your time to talk.
thank you guys.
Thank you very
Have a
much.
good day. Thank you. Thanks for wanting to talk to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate
Glad
it.
you
We're
like
lonely.
You guys have called me more than my parents.
Thanks, guys.
I'm wondering if I can just get like a quick video snippet of each one of you saying like something to Deseret News readers. Would you be down for that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Something?
Yeah, just like whatever you want to say.
Okay.
Anything.
All right.
Check out my YouTube channel.
All right. So people on Deseret News love Studio C. If you could say one thing to them, what would you say?
Read the Salt Lake Tribune.
Well done. All right.
Man, I can't top that. I would say, well, we changed our, we used to air at 8, so make sure you're watching at 7.